adventure fans, calling all Dick Tracy fans. Stand by. Here comes Dick Tracy now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another installment of the Dick Tracy Radio Theater Program, courtesy of CBS Radio. Now, tonight's episode is going to be a slightly different presentation than we're used to. For you see, ladies and gentlemen, our hero, Dick Tracy, doesn't factor into this episode until the very end of it. Tonight's main attraction is going to be the Kid, who, as we all know, is the young street urchin and sidekick of Dick Tracy. Tracy rescued the Kid from a life of doing petty crimes for the no-good Steve the Tramp. And ever since then, the Kid has been taken under Dick Tracy's wing and aspires to be just like him when he grows up. However, as we'll see in the beginning of our presentation, sometimes old habits die hard. Now, currently, our cast are in their places, so I want all of you to picture the hustle and bustle of a New York City street, sometime in the early afternoon. In fact, here comes Officer O'Malley, the kindly beat cop, to start our story. Indeed, we are now on a street corner in New York City. Officer O'Malley strolls onto the scene, twirling his baton slowly. He soon stands at attention by a crosswalk, waving to various people as they go by.
Afternoon, Mrs. Bates. Lovely day for a stroll, isn't it? Hello there, Mr. Kensington. Me? Cold? Oh, no, sir. Being a beat cop for 3 years, I'm used to the cold weather by now. But, don't be telling my wife that. She'll have me in large gloves, a wool cap and mittens in no time flat. I certainly can't fight crime with all those extra appendages on me.
Soon, onto the scene struts the Kid. He is a lovable scamp with a mischievous look on his face. He looks around briefly to survey the area. Then, spotting O'Malley, he giggles to himself, then begins to strut down the street and past him. Soon, Kid bumps accidentally into O'Malley.
Whoops! Sorry about that, O'Malley.
Fine. But watch where you're going next time, Kid. Now move along.
Kid smirks and begins to saunter off. Slowly, O'Malley raises a confused brow and feels at his pocket. Something seems off.
Wait a moment. Where are my handcuffs?
O'Malley thinks for a moment, then, with a glare, he eyes the Kid, who is nearly away from the scene.
Hold it! Hold it!
Kid freezes in his tracks, looking guilty. O'Malley beckons Kid back.
Come here, you.
Kid sheepishly sighs and walks back over to O'Malley. O'Malley impatiently holds out his hand.
Hand them over.
Kid again sighs and, with a grin, he pulls out O'Malley's handcuffs and hands them to him.
All of it?
He slowly hands O'Malley a wallet, then speaks.
There, that was all of it. I swear.
For shame, Kid. For shame. Stealing from an officer of the law.
It was just harmless fun. O'Malley, I was gonna give them back.
First of all, address me as Officer O'Malley. And secondly, this sort of thing isn't just harmless fun. Suppose I had to arrest a thief, and I didn't have my handcuffs with me. That would put me in a lot of danger, you know.
You barely arrest anyone to begin with. You wouldn't be in any danger.
I heard that. Kid, you put me in a very awkward position when you pickpocket me, or other people for that matter. I know Dick Tracy likes you a lot, and he's taking you under his wing as a protege. But if you keep doing silly things like this, I'll be forced to take you to the juvenile hall. Now, would you want me to do that?
No, sir. That would be terrible. If Tracy found out I was arrested, He'd probably not want to be my pal anymore. He'd not want a thing to do with me. I don't want to go back to being all alone without a mother or father. And I sure as heck don't want to lose Tracy's respect. He's my hero. I look up to him.
Well, if that's the case, if you look up to him, then I suggest you straighten up and act right, my young fellow. Because if you do things like this, stealing my wallet and handcuffs, why, you'd be no better than Big Boy Caprice and his goons. You don't want to be like them, do you?
Absolutely not. Those guys are crooks, creeps, jerks. I want to be a hero, like Tracy is.
Well, here's a tip from old Officer O'Malley. Heroes don't steal. Now look, I'm gonna give you one warning, kid. Don't let me hear any more stories about you nicking things from people's pockets or purses today. Because if I do, I won't be as nice as I'm being right now. Understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, I'm going to take a walk around the block. Word is one of the banks nearby might have gotten robbed. I'm going to see if I can find out any information about it. Now, remember, behave yourself, kid. No more shenanigans today.
Officer O'Malley heads off. Kid, making sure O'Malley is far enough away, waits, then, with a smirk, he blows a raspberry at O'Malley.
Here's a tip from me. No one tells the kid what to do, especially some fuddy-duddy copper. Then again, he is right. I do want to make Tracy proud of me. Want him to be able to count on me when he needs help.
Slowly, a newspaper comes blowing in, landing at the kid's feet.
Oh, hey, this gives me an idea. I'll scan this here newspaper to see if any crimes were committed in the last few days that Tracy doesn't know about.
Slowly, the kid peers at the newspaper he is reading, focusing as hard as he can on it, given that he can't read very well. Meanwhile, onto the stage skips Penelope Sue Jenkins, around the same age as the kid. She is prim and proper looking, and has a sweet, kind, shy demeanor as she skips along. Soon, she spots the kid and gasps, then stops and gazes at him. She sighs smitten. It's quite obvious to us she has a massive crush on him. Self-consciously, she looks down at her plain green and white dress. Silently, carefully, she smooths out her dress, primps her hair a bit, then adjusts the glasses she's wearing. Finally, with another smitten sigh, she walks over to the kid and taps his shoulder.
Hi, kid.
Huh? Oh, hey, Penelope.
So, what you doing?
If you must know, I'm checking out this here newspaper that I found. I'm looking to see if there were any crimes committed by that no-good louse, Big Boy Caprice, and his goons. That way, I can tell Tracy of any clues that he might have missed about them. See?
Ooh. Would you mind if I watched you look at the paper?
Watched me read the paper? It's kind of a weird thing for a girl to say, but yeah, sure, fine. But don't distract me while I read. Just keep quiet.
Of course, kid. Anything for you.
Kid rolls his eyes, then goes back to reading the paper. Penelope watches him silently for a few moments. Soon, though, a sly grin comes across her face. She tiptoes a few steps up to Kid and, with a giggle, she puckers up and smushes her lips to his cheek in a kiss.
Mwah!
Kid is horrified. He drops the paper and wipes his cheek in disgust.
Oh, what the heck did you do that for?
Because I like you, silly. Plus, you look awfully cute when you scrunch your face like that to concentrate on reading.
Well, don't do that again. Ugh, you know I hate mushy, lovey-dovey stuff like that.
Kid moves a few steps away from Penelope. Penelope, undaunted, saunters to Kid's other side, then smushes her lips to his other cheek in a second kiss.
Mwah!
Ugh! I said cut that out!
Be honest, kid. You secretly liked that. Admit it.
No, I certainly did not like it. In fact, the only thing I'd like right now is for you to scram out of here. Beat it and leave me alone to do my work for Tracy. Go on, go.
You brute, you caveman. You know, boys like you really send me. A girl gives you some attention, and you want to act rude to her? You don't see Dick Tracy acting like that to test True Heart, do you? Mr. Tracy is so sweet to Miss Trueheart. He's polite, well-mannered, chivalrous. I can't say the same about you, though.
It's different with Tracy and Miss Trueheart, though. Miss Trueheart is Tracy's girl. They've been going steady for a long time. You ain't my girl right now, so things aren't like that.
Right now? I'm not your girl. Right now? Does that mean that maybe someday I will be your girl when we're a bit older?
I
I knew it! I knew you liked me!
Penelope, I'm putting my foot down. You crazy dame. Cut this mushy talk out. I don't want to hear any more of this. Now buzz off and leave me alone for the rest of the day. No more smooching me on the cheek. No more talking about me being your fella. Nothing. Scram. Got it?
Fine then. If you're gonna act like a big jerk, then I will leave. It just so happens I have a lunch date with my older sister, Mary Beth. We're gonna go to the malt shop to get some hamburgers and milkshakes. But I'm sure she won't mind if you came along with me. The two of us could share a vanilla milkshake. With 2 straws. What do you say?
No. 1,000 times no. Now please, I beg of you, Penelope, leave me alone.
Why do all the handsome boys have to be such rude louses?
Soon, down the street comes another street urchin. He seems slightly younger than Kid, and his hands and face are stained with chocolate, most likely from the large, semi-melted chocolate bar he is happily munching on as he walks. He spots Kid and strides up to him, very much in the mode of a soldier reporting to a general.
Hey, you boss. Here I am.
Oh, Franklin, thank goodness. Someone I actually want to talk to. Penelope, you know my associate, Franklin.
Hey, you Penelope. How's tricks?
Franklin, hello.
Franklin, could you please tell Penelope here that I'm very busy and that I would prefer she buzz off? That I don't like her the way she likes me?
Kid, that ain't true.
What?
What?
As Franklin speaks, he bites on and munches happily on his chocolate bar.
Yeah, don't you remember? A couple of days ago, me and you, we was walking down the street, and you said how you thought Penelope was awfully pretty.
He did?
Franklin, I did not say that and you know it.
Oh, yes, you did. In fact, I remember your exact words. Quote, gee whiz, Penelope sure is a pretty dame. If only I had the courage to ask her to be my girl. Golly, I'd be as happy as a clam if she said yes.
Oh, kid, I knew it! I just knew it!
Ah, I'm going to shove that candy car up your nose, you big dopey bird brain. Cut it out!
Come here, Penelope. Let me give you a big wet kiss like they do in those mushy romantic movies. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Kid, you have my permission. Kiss away!
Ah!
He slaps the candy bar out of Franklin's hand roughly.
Stop making up stories, you moron!
Candy.
Serves you right. Maybe next time don't make up stories.
He bonks the back of Franklin's head.
Imagine me saying mushy junk like that.
Don't you strike him like that, you brute. Franklin, thank you for telling me the real story. You're very sweet and very brave to say it.
Aw, shucks. Thanks.
Bah! Sweet and brave? Nothing. He's only saying that because a few days ago I wouldn't buy him a Mr. Chocolate's fudgy almond bar from the candy store. As I recall, you said you were going to get me back for it. Nice trick, Franklin. But I know your game.
So, that story wasn't true?
You got me, kid. It's true. I was making it up.
I see.
You know, Penelope, for what it's worth, I think you're just about the prettiest dame I've ever seen. What say you and me have a day on the town together,
He takes Penelope's hand and gives it a very sloppy kiss.
Come on.
Ew! If you please, my answer is no, Franklin. I don't associate myself with boys who lie.
You're lost, Toots.
Franklin, was there an actual reason you've come up to me besides annoying the heck out of me?
As a matter of fact, there was. Kid, I saw two of Big Boy Caprice's goons, Itchy and Flat Top.
Franklin, are you pulling my leg? Are you being honest? Don't play with me.
Honest, I did, kid. I think those two no-good jerks robbed a bank. The bank that got held up a little while ago.
Oh my goodness.
How do you know for sure?
Well, I was walking along up about 2 blocks over, and I saw Itchy and Flat Top hurrying down the street. They bumped right into me, nearly knocking me over. Humph, those big gorillas. Well, as I got to my feet, I looked down and saw this.
Franklin reaches into his pocket and pulls out a nice, neat, wrapped stack of money. Kid and Penelope gasp and gawk at the sight of it.
Wow.
Holy moly, look at this. $50 bills. Tons of them. Like what the tellers do at the bank.
Right.
Gee whiz, I gotta find Tracy and show this to him. Boy, look at it. Nice and crisp and neat and... Wait a second. Franklin, if you found this just a while ago, why were you so nonchalant when you came walking over here? Why didn't you show this to me in the first place?
I was waiting to finish my candy bar. I've got priorities, you know.
Franklin!
I didn't want to get chocolate stains on them. What can I say?
Did you see where Itchy and Flat Top were going, Franklin?
Pipe down, Penelope. Let me ask the questions to my associate. Did you see where those two goons were going?
Oh, brother.
They were headed down Fifth Avenue last I saw them.
Big Boy Caprice's nightclub is around Fifth Avenue, isn't it? Good, at least they aren't too far. Franklin, come on. Let's go find Tracy and show him this money.
Got it, boss.
I'll go with you.
Oh, no you don't. This here's man's work. Besides, didn't I tell you to buzz off, Penelope? quit crowding us and go have that lunch date with your dopey older sister. Why don't you?
Lunch date? Gee, I am kind of hungry myself.
Let's go, Franklin. Let's find Tracy.
Kid begins to lead Franklin down the street away from Penelope.
Smell you later, Penelope.
Kid, you are by far the most boorish, rudest, horrid boy I've ever met. Ugh, the nerve. The nerve!
Penelope's anger morphs into sadness. She sighs and lowers her head, then begins to walk slowly down the street.
Ugh, that miserable, no-good creep. Who does he think he is? You know what? Fine. If he wants to treat me like that, I'll just ignore him. I won't even give him the time of day. There's plenty of other fellows in this city. There's other fish in the sea, as they say. But, golly, I like him so much. I just don't get it. I try so hard, but he doesn't like me back. I just don't understand.
As Penelope sadly continues down the street, Tess Trueheart, the girlfriend of Dick Tracy, comes walking by. She spots Penelope and, with a friendly smile, goes up to her.
Hello, Penelope, sweetie.
Oh, hello, Miss Trueheart. How are you?
Oh, I'm all right. I was just heading over to open my flower shop for the day. But what about you, sweet pea? Usually you have a great big, bright smile on your face. Today you look absolutely miserable.
Oh, it's just boy trouble is all.
Boy trouble?
Uh-huh. One particular boy, to be exact.
Oh dear. None of the boys around here are teasing you or hassling you, are they? I can get Mr. Tracy to straighten them out if that's the case.
No. It's nothing like that, Miss Trueheart. It's just love related.
Love related, eh? If you don't mind my asking, would this boy happen to be the kid?
Gee, Miss Trueheart. How did you know?
Oh, I had a suspicion it was him. No offense meant, sweetie. Not that this is a bad thing. More often than not, if the kid is roaming around the city, you're usually following him with a lovesick grin on your face.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Penelope. I didn't mean to make you feel embarrassed. It's like I said, there's no shame in having feelings for a fella.
But it hurts pretty badly when the fellow doesn't give you the time of day. When he'd rather tease you and dismiss you than return your feelings. Gosh, Miss Trueheart, why does love have to be so hard?
Honey, if people knew the answer to that, they'd have written it down in a book by now.
I mean, how did you do it with Mr. Tracy? Mr. Tracy is brave, commanding, charming, and awfully handsome. And he has eyes only for you. How'd you get him to like you like him?
Oh, you are right. He is all of those things and more. But Penelope, sweetie, it certainly wasn't easy, let me tell you.
It wasn't?
Nope. In fact, back when I was first starting to give Tracy the hint that I liked him, he was, in a way, just like the kid was, unreceptive. Oh, don't get me wrong. He wasn't rude or mean like the kid can be sometimes. He was just far too busy with fighting crime to have any thoughts of romance.
Gee.
Sometimes it seemed impossible. I figured that Tracy would never give me a second glance, that he'd always put his job first, but I didn't give up. I just kept on being his friend, kept on getting to know him, kept on having hope, and pretty soon, Tracy began to show attention, began to notice me more and more, and eventually we became an item, like we are today. Oh, don't get me wrong. Sometimes that man frustrates me to no end. exasperates the dickens out of me with how crazy and busy his life can get. But then he'll give me that suave, handsome smile and say, "Ah, Tess, you're one in a million." And it melts me like butter.
Wow, you sure are lucky, Miss Trueheart. Sometimes, though, I feel like giving up when it comes to Kid. I think he's just about the most handsome, brave, sweet fellow I've ever known. But if he doesn't like me, what's the use?
Don't give up so quickly, Penelope. You didn't hear this from me, but I've caught kids smiling at you as you walk by him a few times and heard him ask Tracy for advice on impressing you.
You have? You're not fibbing, are you, Miss Trueheart? I've already gotten my hopes up once today.
Of course not. Honestly, as much as Kid drives me and Tracy up the wall, as silly and as stubborn as he can be, deep down, he's a sweetie pie. And I think he's sweet on you. But I have a feeling he's not sure how to navigate it. You're probably the first girl he's ever had a crush on. He's probably confused as to how to go about it, and also nervous that the other boys he knows might rag on him for daring to like a girl.
Gosh, I never stopped to think about it like that.
I know you'd like nothing more than for the kid to like you as much as you like him, but be patient, honey. Just continue to be a friend to him and continue to be as sweet and as kind as you are, and things might just work out. You understand?
I do. Thanks, Miss Trueheart. That sure helped me a bunch. Gee, I'd better make my way to the diner my sister's supposed to be at. She'll get mad if I'm late and wandering around. Bye!
Bye, sweetie. Ah, what a little angel.
Off Miss Trueheart goes. Meanwhile, Penelope, now feeling slightly better, makes her way back towards where she came from, but takes a different direction, presumably towards the diner her sister is going to be at. Slowly, some money begins to flow towards her feet.
Hmm?
She picks up two of the bills from the floor and examines them.
Gee, two $20 bills? It's my lucky day.
She takes a few more steps and some more bills scatter into the wind. Raising a brow, Penelope intercepts a few of them.
Oh, wow. $50 bills? And a $100 bill too? Gee, maybe I ought to pay for lunch with my sister.
A beat. Penelope gazes at the money. Then, suddenly, it dawns on her.
Wait, this money isn't just coming out of nowhere. No, it can't be, could it? Is this the stolen money from the bank? If it is, then that means...
We suddenly hear a gruff man's voice from off in the distance.
Itchy, you moron! The money's flying out of the bag! Get it before people on the street scoop it up!
Oops, sorry, Flat Top.
Itchy and Flat Top. Those are two of Big Boy Caprice's men, just like Kid and Mr. Tracy talk about. Oh no, they might be coming this way. I gotta hide.
Penelope ducks into the shadows of an alley as, seconds later, Itchy and Flat Top, looking very much like the familiar characters we know, come rushing onto the stage. Itchy has a sack full of money with him and is nabbing stray bills as he moves along. Flat Top watches him impatiently.
Gotcha! There you are. You two, my little beauties.
Hurry up and grab that dough, lugnut.
All right. I'm going as fast as I can. Oh, boy, money. Oh, how I love it.
Shh! Keep your voice down. We don't want to attract any attention, especially from the cops.
Oh, sorry, Flat Top, but can you blame me? This is the largest score we've ever gotten. That dopey bank manager didn't even know what hit him. Did you see the way he was quivering and shaking when you pointed that gun at him? He was all, please, sir, don't shoot. I have a family. What a maroon.
It was fun seeing all of those terrified people on the floor, crying and whimpering.
Those two horrible, evil brutes laughing at people they were robbing, huh?
There. Looks like I got most of it. Think of it, Flat Top. After today, we'll be on Easy Street. We'll have more dough than we can shake a stick at.
Not so fast, Itchy. Remember, Big Boy gets a cut of that dough. He is our boss, after all.
Ah, rats, I forgot about him. But hey, we still get a cut of it ourselves, and it ain't nothing to sneeze at. I already got it all planned out, what I'm gonna spend my share of the dough on. I'm gonna get me a bunch of nice, crisp, fancy-looking new suits, get myself a new car, and even get a couple of ladies to have on my arm, too.
Oh, you? With ladies? Ha! That's a laugh.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
What I mean is, even with a wad of dough, you couldn't get yourself a gal if your life depended on it.
Is that so? Give me one good reason why you think that's true.
Well, let's see. For starters, you're ugly.
Me? Ugly?
I ain't talking to anyone else here.
Well, look who's talking. You're uglier.
Oh, bah, I get more dames than you do, even on my worst day. Why, you're so ugly. When you look in the mirror, it shatters into pieces.
Oh, yeah? Well, you're so ugly. The last time you went walking down the street, people asked you to take off the mask you were wearing because it ain't Halloween.
You know, it's gonna be awfully hard for you to say things like that without any teeth left. And a broken nose. And your lips swollen shut. So you wanna maybe rethink what you just said?
On second thought, I'm the ugly one. Never mind.
That's what I thought. Now let's go. Big Boy is waiting.
Yeah. Got it, Flat Top.
Flat Top and Itchy head off, but seconds later, the bag Itchy has opens up again, and money dumps out onto the sidewalk. Penelope, quiet as can be, creeps up to the money and begins to collect as much of it as she can.
I need to find Kid, or Mr. Tracy, or a police officer, and quick.
Ah, you imbecile! The bag flew open again! Get that dough before it blows away!
Penelope gasps and falls onto her behind in surprise. She scrambles to her feet to hide again, but Itchy comes on before she can.
Okay, I got it. Oh, there's the dough, right? Hey, you! What do you think you're doing?
Oh no.
Penelope attempts to get away, but Itchy grabs her and holds her tight. Penelope attempts to wiggle loose, but to no avail.
Let go of me! Let go, you big ape!
Flat Top, get over here! Some little mouse of a girl had the dough.
Huh? Oh, you mean
Help! Help me!
Itchy roughly covers her mouth with his hand.
Keep quiet, you little loudmouth.
Well. Hey there, Missy. Tell me, what's a little mouse like you doing with our money, eh? Don't you know it's wrong to take things that don't belong to you?
That money doesn't belong to you two. You stole it. You're nothing but a bunch of horrible, nasty, no good crooks.
Crooks? Oh, now, Itchy. Did you hear what she called us?
I did. Say, girly girl, don't you know that insulting people ain't nice either?
Meanwhile, coming down the street, Kid and Franklin speed walk on, looking about as they do.
Geez, of all of the days for Tracy to be out patrolling the streets and not in his office, it'll take us hours to find him at this rate.
Could we stop for a candy bar? All of this walking around has me losing energy.
Kid shoots Franklin a look, but soon he spots Itchy, Flat Top, and Penelope. He gasps and skids to a halt as Franklin bonks into Kid.
Ow! Hey, kid, call you stops next time, would ya?
The two boys duck behind a trash can. Kid pokes his head out.
What is it? What's wrong?
It's Itchy and Flat Top, Big Boy Caprice's right-hand man.
Both of them?
And what's worse, they've got Penelope right in their clutches.
They do? They do. Oh no.
If they hear us or see us, they might hurt her.
Ya know, Itchy. It seems to me this little brat is quite a chatterbox. I have a feeling she'll run and tell the coppers about us. Or go and tell that dumb detective Tracy.
I agree. Say, you think maybe we ought to take her to Silence Alley?
I think that's a good idea.
Silence Alley? What's that?
Oh, you'll see. Come on. Us three are gonna go for a little walk.
Itchy and Flat Top begin to lead a protesting Penelope away.
No. Help! Help!
Oh no, this is terrible!
Kid, what's Silence Alley?
You mean you don't know? That's where crooks like Big Boy Caprice take guys they want to get rid of, and get rid of them. For good.
You mean
Franklin does a throat slit and sound effect.
like that?
Like that.
They're gonna 86 Penelope.
Yeah, that's why we gotta save her before it's too late.
We do?
Of course we do.
That's such a good idea, kid. We ought to find a police officer to help. Or Tracy. He'd know what to do.
By the time we find Tracy or a cop, it'll be too late. I can't let Penelope get doused out. I never forgive myself. I like her. She's my friend.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
Well, I mean, she can be annoying, yeah. But I just we don't have time to talk about it. Come on, we gotta follow them.
Okay, boss. But could you maybe take the lead?
You ain't afraid, are you, Franklin?
Me? Oh no, I ain't afraid. I'm scared.
The two boys hurry to follow Flat Top, Itchy, and Penelope. Meanwhile, in Silence Alley, our two villains haul in a kicking and protesting Penelope and plop her onto the ground.
Help! Help me! Police! Police!
Don't waste your breath, you brat. By the time any copper comes over here, you'll be long gone.
Ooh, Flat Top! Could I use my new gun to do it? Oh, pretty, please.
Too messy, Itchy. The cleaner the 86, the less chance someone will discover her right away. Just smother her till she stops breathing.
Oh, yeah, sure, I can do that.
Please let me go. I swear I won't tell. I won't tell the police or Mr. Tracy or anyone.
Sorry, Toots, but you'll not tell better after I get done with you.
Itchy looms over Penelope, who lets out a cry of horror.
No, no, no! No, don't!
Stop right there, you thugs!
Huh? Who was that?
I don't know.
Kid races on and points dramatically at Flat Top and Itchy.
I said stop! Leave her alone!
Kid, thank goodness!
Look, Flat Top, it's Tracy's little dinky runt of a pal, the kid.
So it is. And here I thought there was a reason to be worried.
Itchy, Flat Top, you two crooks are through. Get away from Penelope.
Aw, ain't that cute? What are you, his little girlfriend or something?
How sweet. It's like Romeo and Juliet. It's gonna turn into a tragedy.
I'm warning you two, if you hurt one hair on her head, I'll make you both pay.
Oh, yeah?
Silence. Flat Top goes over to Penelope and plucks a hair from her head. She winces as he does. Kid narrows his eyes at Flat Top.
Well, come on, runt! I armed the air! Do something! Surely that dopey Dick Tracy taught you how to fight, right?
Right.
Kid balls his hand into a fist, rears back, and socks Flat Top in the stomach. Silence. Flat Top snickers, then cackles.
Was that it? What, did a little fly just land on me for a second?
Well, Tracy taught me how to fight, yeah. But I'm still not as strong as he is, unfortunately.
Cute. Real cute. All right. I guess we'll be 86 and Dukids instead of 1.
You better make that 3. Don't you hurt my buds! Yeah!
Franklin suddenly comes charging in. Kid, thinking quick, grabs Flat Top's tie and yanks it down, bringing Flat Top's face to Kid level. Franklin holds out 2 half-melted chocolate bars and smushes them into Flat Top's face roughly.
What the? I can't see! You little brat!
Great work, Franklin. Wait, where'd you find 2 candy bars?
Well, I bought them, of course, while we were following them.
Is that why you didn't pop in till 2 minutes after me?
Well, hey, it worked, didn't it?
I've got you now.
No!
Kid rushes at Itchy and leaps onto his back. Itchy lets out a surprised yell and soon starts trying to shake Kid off of him.
Hey! Get off me! Get off me, you little pest!
Sure thing. But first...
Kid grabs Itchy's hand and bites down hard on it.
Yeah!
Itchy tends to his bitten hand as Flat Top continues to wipe chocolate goop from his face. Penelope hugs Kid tightly as Franklin bounds over to them.
My hero.
Hey!
Oh, you're my hero too, Franklin. You both were so brave.
She hugs Franklin as well.
All right. I'm through with this. I'm losing my patience. All 3 of you are gonna get it.
Yeah, no one bites my hand and gets away with it.
Fine. Itchy, I won't bite your hand again.
With that, Kid grabs Flat Top's hand and bites it.
Ah!
There. Was that better?
Actually, yeah, it was.
You idiot! Don't tell him that! As for you, I'm gonna get you first. And boy, am I gonna like it.
Say, you big goon, why don't you pick on someone your own size, huh?
Don't start what you can't finish, you little runt! Now then.
Suddenly, we hear a booming, commanding voice, a very familiar voice to be sure. Hey, tough guy, you heard him. Pick on someone your own size.
Was that?
Could it be?
I think it is.
Indeed, Dick Tracy, yellow trench coat and all, strides onto the scene and up to a quaking Itchy and a stone-faced Flat Top.
Tracy, you're here!
Gee, he's even handsomer in person.
Oh, we're done for. It's Tracy. Oh, what are we gonna do, Flat Top? What are we gonna do?
Shut up and quit that blubbering, Itchy. Besides, I think this dopey detective doesn't seem to realize there's two of us and one of him. The numbers game ain't working in your favor, huh, Tracy?
You know something, Flat Top? You're right. There are two of you and just one of me. Silence. Then, with one fell swoop, Dick Tracy rears back and wallops Flat Top with a punch. Flat Top's eyes cross, and in a daze, he falls to the ground with a thud. Itchy is stunned.
Yahoo! Whoopee! Attaboy, Tracy! Wham! What a punch!
I guess now it's just one of you against one of me, huh, Itchy?
Da, 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 da. I give, don't hurt me. Take the bag of money. Just don't hurt me, Tracy.
Itchy, you coward!
A bag of money, eh? No doubt that's from the bank that was robbed a half hour ago. That sounds like a confession to me, Itchy. All right, boys, let's book these two creeps. Suddenly, two cops, along with Officer O'Malley, come breezing in. One cop cuffs Itchy, while the other cuffs Flat Top and brings him to his feet.
Kid, let me be the first to shake your hand and apologize.
Officer O'Malley sticks out his hand for a shake. Kid smiles and shakes his hand in return.
I had you pegged wrong earlier. You might get on my nerves most of the time, but when it really counts, you're just as much of a fighter of crime as Dick Tracy is.
Thanks, O'Malley. And hey, to show my appreciation for such nice words, here's your watch back. It slipped off your wrist during our handshake. It's awfully nice. Did your wife get it for you?
Kid, don't blow the goodwill I've got for you right now with your tricks.
Sorry, sir. So, Tracy, how'd you know where to find us? How'd you know we were here?
Well, kid, I was out patrolling on foot, as I had heard about the bank being robbed. With how short a time ago it happened, I assumed there would be fresh clues around. Soon enough, I saw you and Franklin across the street from me. The two of you looked panicked, looked like you were following something big, so I tailed the both of you. By the way, Franklin, I saw you stick that extra candy bar into your pants pocket without paying for it. I'll let you slide, but next time, you'd better pay for all of the candy bars you get.
Would sharing it with you make you feel better, Tracy?
Boys, take these two crooks away and throw them in a cell.
Don't get too proud of yourselves. Big Boy will have us bailed out in 24 hours.
Yeah, that's right. But he'll be awfully sore at us for not getting the bank dough to him. Are we sure we want to see him again, Flat Top?
Ah, shut up, you idiot!
Itchy, Flat Top, and the two cops are gone. Kid smiles and shakes Dick Tracy's hand.
Tracy, you did it again. You saved us. You're the best.
Ah, now, kid, don't sell yourself short. I barely did anything. You were the one who saved Penelope. And you distracted Flat Top and Itchy long enough for me and the officers to get to you three kids.
You sure did. Kid, you were wonderful.
She smiles and sweetly rubs noses with Kid. Kid is smittenly dazed from this.
You and Franklin are my heroes.
Ah, shucks.
So, it looks like you two have something you need to discuss. So I think I'm going to just head home. Hopefully my mom is making lunch for my dad. Not to mention all of my brothers and sisters. And since it's Tuesday, that means she's making her world famous sloppy joes. See you later, boss. Bye, Penelope.
Franklin scampers off as Kid and Penelope smile and hug again adoringly. Officer O'Malley and Dick Tracy share a smirk at this.
Come on, Tracy. Let's get to the station and book Flat Top and Itchy. I think maybe we ought to leave Kid alone with his little girlfriend. Don't you agree?
O'Malley, Penelope is not my girl.
Penelope's face falls. She's crushed again. Soon, though, Kid smiles at her.
At least, not right now anyway. Let me at least take her on a lunch date first. What do you say, Doc? You, me, one vanilla milkshake, 2 straws.
I say absolutely. Shall we, handsome?
Yes, beautiful. Let's.
A beat. He smiles and kisses her gently, sweetly on the cheek for a few seconds.
Mwah.
I'll never wash this cheek again.
Well, there goes Kid and Penelope, hand in hand. Oh, now don't they make a cute pair? Well, folks, by the old clock on the wall, it looks like we are out of time for tonight. But come back next week, same time, for another installment of the Dick Tracy Radio Theater program here on CBS. Coming up next is your local news. Good night, everyone.